All right, y'all. I'm back. I apologize in advance for the past few days. But with some Christmas parties and some sporting events running late, I didn't have um I didn't broadcast. So I might do two today. I'll do one now and one at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably. But here's the deal. This is why I am broadcasting now. Is I'm sitting here, and for those who don't know, I am a big track guy. I'm a track coach at my old high school, and um, like I tell people, I'm a track guy that played football, not a football guy that ran track. So sitting here generating a template, I guess, of what I want to get accomplished this year, and what we're gonna do, just arranging a plan. And um, it just started thinking. Um, I've I've been coaching track for this is my fifth year coaching track. Um, and I had one of my former athletes come. She comes home obviously during Christmas break. She is a really good high jumper, two-time Sun Belt Conference champ outdoor. So her achievements are out the roof. And it got me thinking about coaching. Like some coaches, and I understand, like wear that her achievements with a badge of honor. Because the more successful your athletes are, people start drawing attention. You start drawing attention from others, right? Because you can start getting, I've created X amount of athletes who are off the college and all that stuff. But I would say for me, as a coach, I think my best coaching job was not even, she's not probably in top 10, because what I believe coaching is helping a kid reach a potential that they never expected themselves to reach ever. And I'll never forget, I am an assistant coach with two unbelievable coaches. I mean, these two guys are like, one of them is definitely the guy who coached me is definitely iconic. I think he's second on the list of consecutive cross country championships. Like he's won the 40, probably state championships, something like some crazy number. And the other guy to me is not known as much, but is great coach, great person. So all that stuff said, right? Um, One of the coaches said I had another high jumper, and it was like basically like paraphrase. You don't understand how much you helped improve this guy, because where he came from to where he ended up is unbelievable. And I, at the moment, I'm a young coach, and I don't, but now looking back on it, that is what coaching is about. We get too wrapped up with coaches and wins and losses and in individual sports achievement of athletes. For example, the one athlete that's conference champion, I mean, she was already good. Like she was already very good. I don't know how much I helped her achieve her potential because she was already headed that way, in my opinion. Um, but the ones that fans don't see, I never forget when I ran track. There was a guy whom it was like, dude, why are you running track? You have no chance of being, because for us, you got to be top two on your team to advance to the levels to get to state. You got to be top two. You only allow two athletes per event in the big meets, probably halfway during the outdoor season. So it's like you have zero chance of becoming top two. But our coach continued to coach him just like he coached everybody else. And the joy of seeing that kid PR, and I think it wasn't his last meet because he was younger than I. But the last meet I saw him in, and the excitement and the smile and all that stuff from him reaching his potential at that point was greater than anyone else. It was greater than me winning state in high jump because there are certain things of expectations. People expect you to do this. You have proven you are capable of doing something, and it's all that's all good now. But there's a lot of athletes that people don't know about that actually exceeds their expectations and exceeds the expectations of their peers. And that is what coaching is about. We focus on, especially on the lower levels. Now I know in college there's money involved, especially on the lower levels. Like I just now in my brief coaching stint really realize, I really do realize why there are some coaches who do it for a long time and they do it the right way and they're not always seeking another opportunity to go to another situation because they love coaching everyone, not just getting the best athletes and riding, in essence, on their coattails. It's not easy coaching talent, but it's easier coaching talent to get you to a level if you're aspiring to get to a certain level. So for me, I know I've said this many times. For me, as I have aged and watched coaching, is that the real, in my opinion, the real true coaches and the real true teachers do not get enough credit. It is easier, especially nowadays where the rules are changing, where where you are not in high school. Let's go high school, where you are just not coaching your community school, and you are coach whomever is in your area, in your neighborhood, that you just get because that's just the current outlay of talent at your school based on the area you're in. Like nowadays, there's in Louisiana, there's we do the select thing where you can start getting people from area like that. To me, I understand, but bruh, I miss the days of really, in my opinion, true coaching. And like I said, I think we don't give coaches who are elevating kids, I'd say elevating kids' lives in all aspects, not just physically, in all aspects, trying to make them better human beings. And you see a team, they start the season off in any sport at X, and when they finish, they're at Y, and is a great jump. That's true coaching, regardless of the record. Regardless of the record. And I think we need to give those men and women more accolades than we are, because they're probably not getting it if they're not winning. But I know, I'll just say for me, I get so much more enjoyment from the improvement of my athletes than just winning games. And winning is important. I hate losing more than I like winning. But at the end of the day, you have to also develop kids. And there's no better feeling from a coach for me, to see a kid that confidence level is low, but they want to participate in the sport. And when they participate in a sport and you build that confidence, you can see the confidence building, the excitement about coming to practice every day, the excitement about learning every day. There is nothing better than that. Period. So, Clutch Jake asked, great shirt. You watched the UK game. Yes, like I said, Clutch, I said it earlier, I said it often, is how can we truly critique this team when they have not been healthy? I mean, 3, 4 guys out at a time. I understand we're Kentucky and fans feel entitled to have a certain brand of basketball, but when you're not healthy from game one, like like I said many times ago, one guy, especially in basketball, one guy can affect the team because it puts everybody back at their natural position, their natural role, the role they are comfortable with, the role that they have been successful in the past with. When you start asking kids in college to start addressing a role that they didn't think that they would be asked to do when the season starts, is a tough ask. Now, after the season, and they have an off season, after the season, say, hey, son, Van, we're going to need you to be able to be a point guard. We're going to need you to be a facilitator next year, even though I know you've been two guard all your career, but I don't know if we can find a point guard in a portal. And I know as a coach, I trust you. I know you can do it. So let's work on it all off season. Perfect your handles, understand the game from a different vision, and we're going to make you better, and you're going to help because I trust that you can do it. That's different than to say you're going to be our two guard all off season. All of a sudden, point guard goes down. Now, hey, we need you to go there, man. So for me, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. JQ 1 game. I don't know how many minutes he played, but let's give these guys in the most important time to be at your best. And I guess it'll be March, April, right? If you're lucky enough to get to the April, but we'll see. They definitely. You saw when Mo came back, the aura changed. So with Mo and Lowe and JQ coming back, it if we can get them all, if we can get all of them healthy at the same time and playing in about probably a month of playing 30 plus minutes, then you will hear me start to critique this team and how the pieces fit together, and then we put together a great fit for Pope. Right now, we don't. The first game had all the pieces of the puzzle on the board. But I think we as fans of your team. Here's the thing: outsiders gonna always not know the inner workings, but fans of your team, if it's high school, if it's middle school, if it's college, whatever, if your team is not winning and your team isn't what you think it should be. That's one thing. But if you watch your team, truly watch your team from game one or meet one or whatever, set one, and you see them progress to the last game, set, match, whatever they have, and you see an obvious improvement, go shake that coach hand. Because if he's not winning, he's not getting the support and agile and the support and thank you and gratitude for seeing what you have done with the kids in your community, neighborhood, etc. Because I'm just saying, true coaching slash teaching, because coaching is teaching, goes beyond wins and losses. Because not all coaches are able to coach the greatest athletes in your district, conference, etc., league, whatever. So that's all. As I'm gonna get back to finishing my laying out my schedule for the year. But as I was doing that, it got me thinking about that. So that's all I got. We'll talk about more stuff tonight because this G5 P4 thing is crazy. That's where I'm at. I'll see y'all tonight. Whoa, Steven. See, since Steven, y'all came through, I got to answer Steven. Steven is my boy. In the new NIL world, like our football team past, how many new players take longer to get used to each other and be a better team? Basketball's a more, whew, that's a good question. Man, it's all about it. I don't know. I would say this from the outside looking in. If I was bringing in a guy, a portal guy, and it's not even portal, it's NIL, you got to figure out man, can he gel with what you want to do? Is he from a similar scheme? That's just tough, man. The NIL world in football is tough. I don't know, Steven. I can't really give you an answer. I think you need to talk to that kid more, vet him, get an idea. Is it all money? Because it's all money. Why did he leave? He or she leave the last spot? Because that's a tough one. I would say that's a lot of conversation, a lot of getting to understand the kid. Now, if you recruited a kid out of high school, you kind of have an idea of their makeup. So now, if you didn't recruit him out of high school and you think he can fit your institution and your culture, you got to ask some questions, man. And it's almost like the NFL. They go all the way back. You might have to go find his middle school coach, definitely find his high school coach, and get an idea of his makeup. Man, that's a good one. I don't know because there's some players, man, just got that aura when you know they have a certain level of confidence and a certain level of don't fuck with me. But on top of that, they have a welcoming and where they attract people. Um, so if that's just something you got to get a feeling for. Can he step into a new locker room, be confident, be strong, but also be welcoming? I mean, that's just what it is. You got to have a slight bit of lack of a better word of assholeness, but with a high level of empathy and just that magnetic draw. And you know that as a coach, you have played. The majority of coaches were in the locker room, so they understand that magnetic feature of people. So I think you can get that from a conversation face to face. That's a tough one, especially at a certain position. Quarterback, it matters most than defensive line. You can be a straight asshole at the defensive line and get by with it because your job, you have an aggressive job. So it depends. That's a good question. I don't know if it takes longer. You just got to find the right person. I mean, we have had guys from the portal come here and jail right away. So it's definitely there. It just takes a lot of vetting, a lot of question asking, and for that kid to be open to it. So, all right, y'all. That's all I got for this afternoon. Good luck to the volleyball team. If they close this season with this natty, that would be the craziest season. Man, I don't think in UK history to win that many consecutive games in a row on the road to a national championship is insane. We saw what the basketball team did against Wisconsin years and years ago, undefeated season. So if this team goes, well, I think it'd be 29 games in a row with their last game being a championship, bro, that's beyond impressive. So, all right, y'all. That's all I got. I will see y'all this evening. Even if it's a little later than 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to try and broadcast this evening since I missed a few days. So, if you are a Kentucky fan, you better be watching this women's basketball game. I think is it 3:30 Eastern Standard Time? Y'all better be watching this game tonight. If you're not a UK fan, but you're an SEC fan, cheer on both teams because SEC been in two SEC teams battling for a national championship in volleyball is crazy. All right, that's all I got. Go Big Blue.